It's time for Ask Dr. Ryu. So that means Dr. Ryu Sang-hyo is here. Good morning.
안녕하세요, everyone. How are you? Okay, your pronunciation is really perfect because many people have a hard time pronouncing my name because Ryu
Yes.
Sang-hyo.
Yes, it's a difficult one, and I always run it through my head one last time before I say it because I don't want to mispronounce your name. Dr.
it's
Ryu is
okay.
our favorite doctor.
Thank you.
And we were having so much fun reading the messages and talking about chicken.
Okay.
닭 싫어하는 사람이 없나 봐요.
Okay.
We're debating about skinny chicken,
Yeah.
fat chicken.
Yeah.
And our text topic today for you is this. It's
Okay.
not about chicken.
Okay.
Any loose ends that you want to tie up or any New Year's resolutions that you haven't gotten to, but you want to maybe try before the end of 2025.
Okay, so I listened to that right on my way to the studio.
Yes.
But actually, I just want to take care of my patients much better than this one.
Aww.
And also making a good memory with my family.
Yes.
And eating healthier. Sometimes I indulge on some junky food and I regret it.
Yes.
I sleep and exercise and then poop well, of course. And also remind myself to love myself more than this time. And tell myself, you did a good job.
Okay.
Yes, it's the ninth inning of our baseball season. Baseball metaphor as a metaphor.
Yes, yes.
So I hope everyone wrap up this month with fantastic results and
Yes.
happiness.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay! Good vibes, good vibes. Well, what are we going to tackle today?
Okay, today is the last month of this year, so it's my favorite season. I decided to, cover from top to the bottom, head to toe.
Okay.
So starting with the head part, as a
head.
neurologist, yes.
Yes.
It's right up my alley.
Yay! This is what you do, right?
Yes, right. So there are many diseases related to our brain and hair and face, everything. But as a neurologist, I want to cover headaches, especially migraines.
Migraine. So what is migraine in Korean? We call it, is it 편두통?
Yeah, 편두통, that's right.
Yes.
And before that, as a side note, here are some interesting facts
Okay.
about the brain. Our brain itself doesn't feel any pain, actually.
Oh.
So that's why during the brain surgery, we sometimes wake patients up
Yes.
and operate while they are conscious. So you might have seen videos of people playing violin or guitar during their surgery.
Yes. And sometimes it's doctors have people, I guess, speak because they're trying to see if, what they're doing is affecting their speech and whatnot, right?
Yeah, and doctors take out some kind of a cancerous part of their brain.
Right.
The patient doesn't feel anything. So most often frequently asked question when I'm seeing patients is this one. Do I need to check my brain scan because I have some serious headaches?
Ah.
But actually, that's very rare. That's very
Okay.
low chance because headaches are diagnosed by just physical examination and history taking.
So not actually looking into the brain.
No. So this time I'm gonna cover a migraine. People might say 편두통, but actually it's not one-sided headaches. A long time ago, people thought 편두통 might be one-sided headache.
One-sided, just on one
Yes,
side?
한쪽에는 편두통. 편 means not on the one side.
Yes.
But as the science and technology advanced, we now realize that it's not just a one-sided headache. It's
Right.
a complex neurological disorder. Lots of many clinical neurological manifestations, like numbness on one side of the body,
Okay.
and feeling nauseated, and feeling some weird sensations. So I'm going to go over that. 여러분, 편두통 한쪽만 아픈 게 편두통이 아니고 옛날에는 그랬지만 지금은 다른 거고요. 하여간 still 편두통 is used a lot.
Yes. And I saw a recent report saying that headaches are a major issue among Korean office workers. I'm sure people, all around the world, if you're an office worker or work at all, you have headaches as well. But especially here in Korea, it's an issue.
That's right.
So can you elaborate?
Yes. As a member of a Korean Headache Society, 대한두통학회, there is a website. If you want to know more about headaches, you can go into that website and you can get lots of information. Anyhow, that society performed a survey last year that's done on 500 office workers.
Yes.
And they say that's about you know what? About 20% of workers experience headaches 8 days per month. And 50% of them might have headaches just at least 1 or 2 days. And surprisingly, 7% of them, which is about 35명 among 500 people,
Yes.
are experience headaches almost half of their months, which means 15 days a month.
Or more, you're living with that headache.
Yes, almost half of their month.
Okay.
So the result is this one, because these headaches are so severe. That's why they might experience some kind of a work job interference.
Okay.
Because of their headaches, they just want to lie down, and their concentration performance declines, and they will just want to lie down and just want to avoid some conference meetings, things like that. That's why WHO,
Yes.
World Health Organization, has designated headache as one of the number one or number two ranking among other diseases in terms of global disease burden.
Yes. So it's that common, first
That's
of all,
right.
So in terms of how these headaches might affect people in their workplace, because I'm curious as to like how it affects certain people. It might affect a certain segment this way or maybe in a different way. So what's the breakdown on that?
Okay, some people experience, like I said, difficulty concentration working. Some people wanted to lie down and rest. And then 50%, almost 50% experience concentration problem. And 40% might experience exhausted and they feel urged to lie down and rest.
Sure.
And 15% of them, office workers, reported that their activities want to be avoided, like attending meetings and conferences. And so I want to say this one.
Yes.
It's not just a brain hyperactivity disorder, and also just want to, it's complex disorders. Like it involves hormonal balance. It involves vascular balance. I've seen several patients end up being, having a stroke because it's a neurological disorder. Some kind of neurochemical might be disrupted. So that's chemical stuff touches on their blood vessels. So unexpected blood vessel shrinkage. We call it spasm. It might end up having that patient has ended up with being a stroke, and then it was a tragic case. So whenever I see patients, I really be cautious not to miss out on any kind of very symptoms and red flag signs, red flag symptoms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of migraines or headaches, you say that a 편두통, the wording of it, it's like one-sided, but it's not just on one side anymore. Research shows. So what about the public's awareness of headache or migraine as an issue? What exactly the symptoms? And by the way, headache and migraine, like the wordage, like is it different?
It's a difference.
Okay.
Headache encompasses every kind of headaches, that pain around your headaches.
Okay.
And including neck pain or sharping, some tingling pain on one side of the ears and eyeball pains, all kinds of pains around your head parts.
It's an umbrella term.
That's right.
Okay.
But migraine is a specific term. And among all those headache patients, migraine is responsible for about 60 to 70%
of all headaches. Okay.
of all headaches. But let me reiterate this one. 편두통, it's a kind of old term, but the Korean Headache Society are trying to come up with some better term referring to this situation. Anyhow, so many clinical crucial symptoms of headaches is this one. Of course, it's very severe enough to interfere with your daily activity.
Yes.
So people say that my headache's about to explode.
Yes.
40% of them they say that they are aware of this one, but other symptoms that I'm going to cover is the most typical clinical manifestations of migraine headaches.
Okay.
First one is feeling dizzy and feeling nauseous.
So the whole dizzy part, is that why some people feel like they want to lie down? Because they're dizzy?
Yeah, it's dizzy, and also they feel groggy, they feel tiredness. So they might well, there might be the victim of this kind of symptoms because some people, family members, even don't understand them. Just because you're a personality, you gotta just be positive. You're just doing some kind of a what's it called malingering. It's a faking them.
Faking like an illness.
Yeah, faking like an illness. But
it's not. No, it's real.
It's real.
Right.
Yeah. And anyhow, this feeling nausea and feeling dizzy. Only 17% of them aware of them. This is the symptoms of migraine.
Okay.
And the other thing is photophobia. We call it light sensitivity. And that's why they want to close their eyes as much as possible while they're on headache attack. We call it attack period.
Yes.
And also they feel some sensitive to some specific smells and odors, some sounds.
My sister has this, the osmophobia.
Yeah, osmophobia.
Anytime she like strong smells start bothering her, and then she gets a little bit irritable.
That's right.
And then she starts getting a migraine. It's like right before.
Yeah.
Right.
But only 15% of all these office workers, they're a little bit above the standard when it comes to intelligence or education-wise.
Right.
But only 15% are aware of that. Yes.
Okay.
And the last one is feeling, before headaches, they might have some visual problems. While reading a book, while doing some office computer monitor, some part of the monitor gets blurry.
Ooh.
So they visited some eye doctors, and so because that's why they're having some gastrointestinal symptoms, they visit some gastroenterologists. 소화기 내과나 가정의학과나 안과 가서 they got everything checked up.
Because you don't think it's connected to like a migraine, which is like, I have a question for you from one of our listeners.
Yes.
And so it's Taejin who says, Dr. Ryu님, 신경을 많이 쓰면 편두통, 저는 눈 옆 관자 쪽 말고 뒤통수 오는 이런 어지럼증 있는데, in your opinion, I know you have not diagnosed him in person, but he's just generally asking like
it's more likely
more likely than not.
Yeah.
근데 실제로 이제 not a real diagnosis in person, but yes, more likely than not.
Yeah,
yes.
as a headache specialist, migraine has a lot of variations. We call it basilar migraine or some the hemiplegic migraine, some migraine with visual aura, some other derivatives.
Yes.
So, that's why migraine, I want to say this one. Migraine is not just only one-sided headaches. It encompasses many neurological symptoms like feeling nausea and feeling dizzy, feeling photosensitivity, phonosensitivity, like sensitivity to sounds, and smells. But thankfully, scientists have discovered the specific key role in playing this kind of migraine pathophysiology.
Yes.
So there are preventative therapy strategy that's pretty much successful.
Okay.
So, if you are suffering this kind of symptoms, you can come to a neurologist or headache specialist.
Yes.
You can live a headache-free life.
Wow. So that's actually like light at the end of the tunnel for people who are really suffering, especially for several days a month. I can't imagine, some people get, headaches like a few times a year, but others like it's like a monthly, like on a monthly basis.
Yeah, that's right. Remember, I told you the other day I had a severe headache.
Right.
It was really severe.
ER.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I can relate to them.
So before I let you go, when should you go see a neurologist or see a doctor? Because I'm sure there are certain signs where like, you know what, you really need to see a specialist.
Okay.
So
it's very important.
Yes.
Because we called it golden time. Because if you rely too much on painkillers, if you take painkillers 8 days or more per month, these painkillers might trigger your headaches.
Ooh.
It's like a double-edged sword.
This is really important.
Yes. We call it medication overuse headaches.
Okay, let that sink in. So if you might be over medicating yourself without even knowing it, and it's triggering the headaches.
Yeah. And it makes it even worse.
All right.
So you're developing your kind of you're aggravating your headaches.
Yes, making it worse.
Yes, making it worse. And also, if your headaches pattern changes,
Yes.
like sudden severe headaches, go to see a doctor.
Right.
And also, if you think you're afraid of having some kind of a brain disorder, some kind of
Yes,
you want
yes.
to take your brain checked out, don't hesitate to visit doctors. It's always better to be safe than sorry. That's what I'm saying.
Ah. Wow. So this was a lot to take in. And hopefully we will, of course, check in with you next week. But next week, like, do you know, we went from the head.
Yes.
And then where are we moving to next?
We're going to move to our neck and our chest parts.
Okay. So we're moving from head
Yes.
all the way down to our toes before the end of the year. Well, thank you so much for answering our questions and giving us such good information. We'll check in with you next week.
Thank you.
All right, everybody.